up, guys? So I am currently in Harlingen, Texas, which is about an hour and 20 minutes south of home. This is deep South Texas down here, and I wanted to come down and check out the shed dealer, the place they're actually building my shed. I ordered it in Riviera, but they're actually building it down here in Harlingen. So I drove down here just to check it out, and I must say I was quite impressed. Basically, they're going to have one more coat of paint put on it, or urethane, and then they should have it ready for delivery next week, is what the owner told me. So very excited. It all worked out in the end. With the pool company being here this week, it kind of would have made it a headache if the shed was being delivered as well, since I had all the dogs on my property. So they always say everything happens for a reason. So anyways, it put a little fire under me and got me excited again. And I don't know, it was just, overall, it was a good experience coming down here and looking at it. Like I said, it was about an hour and 20 minutes to drive down here, but it was totally worth it to physically see my building. And yeah, I got that excitement back in me, and I just cannot wait to start working on this building, start living out in there, and just, once again, living my life to the fullest. And the siding looks really good on it. The metal looks good on it. And the windows and everything just looks great. I walked on the inside. It's nice and open, a lot of natural sunlight, which is exactly what I was wanting. It's going to have even more once they take the plastic off. They were, like I said, in the process of getting ready to paint it. I think a third coat of paint on it. So he said, the owner of the business said, not technically, I guess he said that they usually do 3 coats of urethane on it, and if it's raining a lot and other like types of weather and stuff, that they have to do 4 or 5 coats. And right now they already have 2 coats on it. To me, just looking at it, it looks done already. And like he said, he pointed out up close where some of the color was just a little bit different. Some was a little bit darker brown, some was lighter. And he said that once they put that 3rd coat of urethane on it, it'll take all that stuff away and it'll look nice and polished. So shout out to them for doing a great job. I'm very impressed with it. Of course, once I get it home, I'll actually look at everything to a T, examine everything, and then just start the build process. And the ceiling is a lot higher than I was thinking. That's a good thing, more headspace in the house. And with the 2 dormers on it, it just feels so open on the inside, and all the windows just look, like I said, it looks great. And yeah, I'm very pleased with it. I like the way that the east side of the building looks, where I have basically where my fireplace is going to go. I have 2 2x5 windows, one on each side, and I was looking at the gap in the middle, and I think it's going to be a perfect fit for the fireplace that I'm going to be installing on there, or building for the building. So yes, finally, like I said, very excited. And if I would have thought about it, I probably would have drove down here a little bit sooner. But I think, like I said, I got an answer from him saying that it will be done and that they will have it delivered this next week. So as far as the pool goes, they need to do the rock work for it and the waterfall feature. They've already put all the cement in. The pool looks great. This is looking great. So everything is falling into place. It just takes time to do it. Like I mentioned on all my other videos, that you just got to wait when you're doing a custom building like that. You're not the only one that is ordering something. And normally they said it could take about a month to 6 weeks. And like I mentioned on my last video on the main channel, we are at that 6-week mark. So it'd be 7 weeks whenever it's done. And I think it's going to be totally worth the wait. It's going to look really good on the property. And I was talking to the gentleman and just said that there's like an 1.5 acres or something like that pond behind the property, and I was going to call it basically my lake cabin. And he said I did it right with that one, with the colors. As far as the metal roof goes, he was explaining to me that it's not a normal color that people choose for their roof. He said that they didn't have it in stock, they had to order it, and whenever they did order it, they had ordered it a little too short on accident, so they had to reorder metal, and that's why everything was getting delayed. And I think it's going to be totally worth the wait. He said that the lap siding, the LP lap siding, is just a game changer when it comes to the sheds, on looking more like a house or a cabin rather than just the shed. and he was explaining to me that the siding that I had on my other buildings that go vertically, that the color hits it a lot different, and this actually shows off the color a lot better. And just looking at it in the sunlight, it definitely did that. And like I said, it's going to look a little bit better once they finish off that third coat. But yeah, I like the way the dormers look on it. The octagon windows, I was not a huge fan of them, but it's starting to grow on me. When I was looking at it, it just seems like everything just is put in the right place. One thing that will probably drive some people crazy that have ADHD and all that other crap, my door, the front door, and the two windows I have a 2x5 window at each side of it. It is not completely centered, and it was done like that for a reason, due to my bedroom and my closet area that we're going to be putting in. So it is just a little bit off center, but we're going to end up putting a patio over that, so it will kind of make sense once the patio's on there. To be honest, it looks good as is, but it's going to look a lot better once we get the patios built on it. And then the skirting on this one, we're going to go with the rock skirting. They have little panels of like faux rock, and we're going to do that for the skirting. So it's going to look, I think it's going to look badass, to be honest. I'm not saying just because it's going to be mine, but just overall, what I was envisioning, this is exactly what it is. And it's finally, like, just seeing it in person finally made it seem real to me that it's almost done, and that it'll be on my place in a week. So I got to make sure everything looks good on the property. This next week on Monday, my weed eater, oh shoot, somebody had an accident over here. It went off the highway. An orange Mustang and looked like a Suburban or something, went to like a cornfield. Oh dang. The whole side of that vehicle smashed it in. But yeah, on the way down here, I got just past the checkpoint, the U.S. checkpoint, and my check engine light came on the truck. I haven't had any issues with this truck, and it just popped up. So I pulled over on the side of the road and had my flashers on, and was looking through the manual to see if maybe there's something I can just reset or something. And I look up, and there's a state trooper turning around with his lights on and parked behind me, and got out and just wanted to check on me and see if everything was good. So shout out to state troopers. This time, the last two times I got pulled over, I got warnings. So they are doing their job, but I thought it was cool for them to stop and just make sure everything's okay. I think part of the reason why they stopped was because I was within, I don't know, a few hundred yards of the checkpoint. So I don't think, unless they thought that I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, so they just wanted to check in. But he was very polite. He even looked at the truck to see that there was a check engine light on and all that. So shout out to state troopers. You guys are doing y'all's job, and there's a lot of y'all out here. My goodness. Like I mentioned, it's an hour and 20 minutes from home over here, and I probably saw, I don't know, 12.5 state troopers on the way down here. So they got this place locked down pretty good. I didn't see any illegals running like y'all saw on my short video, but I do have to go back through that actual checkpoint going north. I'd say the checkpoint's probably, I don't know, 20 minutes south of where we live. And when you're going north, you have to stop through there. So I'll roll all my windows down. They're going to ask if I'm a U.S. citizen. I'll say yes, and then they'll just wave me through. So just part of living down here in South Texas. When you want to come down to the valley, you got to go through the checkpoints and make sure you're doing everything right. And then once they finish with all the pool stuff, Dad and I think Mom wants to go too. We're going to go down to the valley and pick up some palm trees and stuff to put out by their pond, get all the plants and everything, and make it look nice and tropical for them. And overall, it's been a chaotic week. A lot of stuff, like I mentioned on my last video on the main channel. It's been a chaotic week with the pool company coming in, having to move the dogs around, and just a lot of stuff going on, and it's all starting to fall in place. So I'm not going to show you the shed. I know some of you guys are probably wanting to see it. I have it on my phone, a couple of pictures I took, but I'm going to make you guys wait till the delivery next week. So stay tuned for that. And once again, I appreciate you guys for watching. I cannot do this without you. If you're not watching my videos, I'm not making money, and YouTube's my business. So appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day and a great weekend, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace! Cannot wait to get this shed. Boom.